air fried zucchini. Keep on watching and I'll show you just how easy it is to prepare this in an air fryer. So stay tuned.
Ah, zucchini. It's that time of year. Now you're either buying this fresh at your local farm stand or you planted some and you've got so much zucchini coming out your ears, you're trying to give it away. What I'm going to show you today is my version, my air fryer version of fried zucchini. Now some of you may make this, some of you may not. Some of you may not have tried it in an air fryer. So I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make fried zucchini in the air fryer. Very simple ingredients. You got a zucchini. I'm going to have my little dredging station. So I got some flour here. I've got some. I got 2 eggs with just a couple tablespoons of milk. I've got my corn flakes here, my cornflake crumbs that I'm going to put in a bag with about a cup of shredded Asiago cheese. I've got some salt, pepper, and garlic that I'm going to put in my flour and my breadcrumbs, as well as some Italian seasoning. And of course, like I said, the zucchini. That's it. We're going to put it together here in a second when I get some things a little situated here. And I'll show you just how easy it is to make this. Okay, first things first, let's go ahead and prep the zucchini. I'm going to go ahead and just slice this into about 1/4-inch slices. Some people make it into sticks. I kind of like to put it into little slices. So there we go. I'll go ahead and get this all sliced up. Then we'll get our dredging station set up and we'll bread some of these up. Okay, my dredging station. I want to go ahead and season my flour a bit. So I've got some SPG, salt, pepper, garlic. And I'll put in about a tablespoon of my seasoning here. Got some Italian seasoning if I don't make a mess here. Put in about a tablespoon of that in there. Give this a little stir there. Mix it up. Now, I'm going to take my cornflake crumbs, and I use cornflake crumbs for a reason. I found that when I'm doing air frying, whether I'm using just regular breadcrumbs or panko, the cornflake crumbs come out the best every time. I'm not even going to bother with trying to show you how to do it with the panko or Italian breadcrumbs or anything like that, because I know it doesn't work so well. I go with what works. So I got about 2 cups of cornflake crumbs in there. I'll get that set to the side. I'm going to go in with about a cup of my Asiago, shredded Asiago. I'm not going to put any salt, pepper, and garlic in this. I am, because of the cheese is kind of salty as it is, but I am going to go in with some Italian seasoning, about another tablespoon. Seal this and give it a good shake. Get all those ingredients incorporated. You can smell this Asiago. There we go. Now, I usually use a bowl, but I'm going to try using a bag this time, so we'll see how this goes. Let's get into breading. Very simple. Flour first. Shake off the excess. Into the egg wash. Make sure everything gets coated. Into the breadcrumbs. Give it a good shake. Make sure everything gets coated, that there's no wet spots on there. And there you have it. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these breaded up. And then we'll come back and we'll get the air fryer set up. So we'll be back in a few moments. Alrighty, so I've got them all bread up. I actually stopped at 10. I've got a few more that I set aside because I got a couple other ideas of what I want to do with the rest of that zucchini. So I'm just going to go do 10 for this episode. And here's one of the good things. So you only want to make 6 of these. Go ahead and cook them off take the ones that you're not going to use, throw them in the freezer, and they crisp up nicely in about 2 to 3 minutes if you throw them back into the air fryer. So anyways, let's get going. Let's go ahead and put this on air fry. Set it for 400 degrees. We're going to preheat this, so I'm going to go ahead and start now. Then when it asks me to add the food, we'll give the bottom a little spray. We'll get these in. And it's going to take about 10 minutes, so about halfway through we'll have to give them a flip. So we'll come back when the air fryer is ready to go. Okay, it's asking me to add the food. Let's get this opened up here. I'll spray the bottom of the pan. And let's see how many we can get in here. One. I'm going to keep plenty of space on these. I don't want really good airflow, so I'm probably going to get 5, which is good because I made 10, so we're going to do 2 batches. There we go. Give the zucchini a spray. All right, in it goes. Total of 10 minutes, so in about the 5 to 6 minute mark, it's going to ask me to go ahead and flip it over, which we will do. So hold tight, we'll be back. Actually, in YouTube time, we'll be back in a couple seconds. Okay, so we had a little technical difficulty. We couldn't get the camera back on during the flipping sequence there, but no big deal. I flipped them. You've seen me flip stuff before. We've got about 2 minutes. These will be ready. We'll pull them out. We'll go taste them. And I think they're going to be really good because what I'm smelling right now smells pretty darn good. So 2 minutes, we'll be back. That's about 2 seconds in YouTube land. Okay, it's telling me it's done. And wow, nice and golden brown, looking good. Let's go ahead and take them out. They're sounding nice and crispy. There we go. Now what I like to do, I'm not a big sauce guy. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of my Asiago and just give it a little bit of a shred over the, grate over the zucchini. And that's going to melt on there pretty nicely. And then I'm going to go in with something a little bit different. I'm going to actually take this one right over here. I'm going to go in with a little balsamic glaze. Just a little tiny drizzle. That's it. Nothing fancy schmancy. I don't want to dip it in a bunch of sauce. And there you go. It's looking good, smelling good. Now it's time to go in for a taste. Okay, let's go for it. And this is hot, so I'm going to be really careful here. Nice crunch. I don't know if you can hear that. Really nice crunch, nice flavor, done perfectly. So there you have it. You saw just how easy it is to make fried zucchini in an air fryer. Now, stay tuned. I got a little bonus for you. So I'm going to be right back in about 2 seconds. Bonus. So I had some leftover ravioli in the fridge, and I had some leftover crumbs and dredging ingredients. Now if I had been dredging up chicken or fish or something, I'd have thrown it out, but I was only doing some veggies, so I said, you know, let me try breading up these raviolis and air frying them, and wow, listen how nice and crispy these sound. So I just pulled them out. I'm going to try one, and I'm going to go ahead and grate some cheese over these. Get that cheese melting there because it's nice and hot. So this cheese is hitting these and it's kind of melting off. So, toasted raviolis and in the air fryer. Now, he's puffed up pretty good. So my guess is a lot of hot air in there. I better be very careful when I bite into this. But the outside's not too bad, so who knows? It's what's inside that's gonna get you. Let me try it out. Oh my God. These are so good. So, bonus. So if you have leftover raviolis, and even if they're not left over, they work in the air fryer. Same dredging, but you do have to par cook them. So make sure you boil them off in accordance with the instructions. Or if you have leftovers that you didn't quite put enough sauce on the night before, whatever, try it out. They're good and crispy. They're good. Crispy, great. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, most importantly share it. And right over there, go ahead and knock on my logo. That makes it easier to subscribe. So until next time, thanks, and we'll be seeing you